So if you don't know who Koi Sentachonanan is, or aka Koi-san, he is a sign painter and illustrator who has released several videos that have gone viral talking about his process, his creative perspective. Really great stuff. A few months ago I got to hear him speak, and one thing that I loved was him sharing with the audience how he really wants to respect the audience. You know, so when he starts a lot of his videos, he says, hey, today I am going to show you how I paint a sign for my friend's business. Just opening it up really plainly like that. And that is the opposite of what I think a lot of internet material is trying to do with creating this hook that's just meant to trap you into watching.
Adjusting their phone to make their video feel more authentic. Using a microphone like this to establish authority. Dropping and sitting from out of frame to make it feel like they're having a sit down with you.
The goal is to just trap you, trick you. And Koi said what he's doing is he's talking to his audience as if he's giving a presentation to the CEO of a company, showing them some respect. I think that's really rare, and that made me think, how can you create creative work that respects your audience? Number one, play to your highest intelligence. This is a phrase that comes from the improv world, and I think when we use it in that context, it basically means don't make your entire show a bunch of poop jokes. But in other words, I think it's understanding that if you aim to the high end of what you're capable of and intelligent, you're going to find people, you're going to connect with them on a deeper, richer level. You don't have to pull out the cheap wine at the party, so to speak. You know that you're giving them your best. No misleading hooks. I think Koi's example says it all right there. You know, I see so many articles, posts online like, these are the 22 proven hooks that are guaranteed to increase your views. Yeah, so they increase your views. Then what? You're getting a bunch of people who view you who then feel duped. People who like don't actually care about what you say because they came for something else, something that you baited them in with. So yeah, your vanity numbers might look good, but it is not respectful for your audience. Remember why people came to see you. I think that's a big one, you know, and that can be complicated because, you know, your tastes evolve, your expression evolves, but still remember what people are expecting from you when they show up to read your writing, when they show up to watch your videos. If you're taking such sudden left turns and you're not bringing anyone along with you, think about how you could do that more respectfully. I'm not saying you have to curb your own development for the sake of other people. You're going to pick others up and lose some along the way. That's inevitable. But at least be aware of this and proceed with that in mind. Similarly, manage expectations. I can think of so many movies and shows that are just like trash often. Not because they were necessarily terrible, but because they did not meet audiences' expectations where they were. I can't talk about this without talking about the way Lost ended. Can I spoil? I feel like it's been spoiled for anyone and everyone. But anyway, yeah. I contrast that with something like Manifest. It did not have the cultural footprint of Lost. I don't think shows in the 2020s can have the same impact as a show from the early 2000s. We don't all watch the same thing. But what that show did that Lost failed at is it gave a sense of completeness to the audience. And it wasn't perfect, and it had its critics, and a lot of people wish things were different. I actually kind of liked it. But it at least gave the audience a note that landed instead of seemingly taking the easy way out, or just, you know, saying, you figure it out. Finally, refuse to live in that binary space of like, it's what I want versus what the audience wants, and I can only do one of these things. It's always going to be a bit of both. It's always going to be a give and take. And I think great art comes from the middle. Where you see people lose it is where they live wholly and create wholly from only one end of that spectrum. That's when you've actually put yourself in a box. Remember, having an audience, no matter how big or small it is a great thing. Like, people are leaning in to hear what you have to say, and that's something to not take for granted. So show that audience some respect, show them some love, and keep making what you love.